He gets it done. But I also will say this. Can Lane Kiffin stop acting like he cares about this Ole Miss football team? Enough with the
Yeah.
tweets. Enough
Yes.
with this is the best
Yep.
team in Ole Miss history. It's this
Yep.
and that. Enough with this. You left the team again.
Yep.
You got them to the college football playoff. 11-1. Unbelievable stuff. Or 11-2 or 10-2. I don't remember. But unbelievable. But after every single game, can we stop with the tweets of this Ole Miss team is so good? You're just putting on a face to cover yourself up. You gutted the coaching staff. Like Charlie Weiss Jr., the offense coordinator, was probably not there a couple days this week because he was at LSU, not only trying to portal recruit, not only trying to set up a system for LSU. LSU also needs a quarterback. DeMond Williams, by the way, back to Washington. I wonder why. So you might be getting Sam Levitt. You gutted the roster. You gutted the coaching staff. It was scramble mode the last month here. Stop acting like you care about this Ole Miss football team because you don't. All you care about is being in Baton Rouge right now. That's all you care about. Got to get him down to Baton Rouge. That's all that he cares about right now. So stop caring. You don't actually care about the kids. And I bet you any money, 10 players from this Ole Miss roster, not named Trinidad Chambliss because Trinidad's staying, 10 of these players will then make its way to LSU at some point. At some point before in the next week or so because the transfer portal ends on January 16th. Fabian in the chat says, I've been a Miami fan since 89, but SEC is not a joke. The best teams are there. Not the last couple of years. I'll tell you that. They got moved yesterday. And also another thing real quick to mention, the only team to win the SEC to win a bowl game or win a playoff game that was not against an SEC team was Texas beating Michigan, who sucks, and Ole Miss beating Tulane. We really gonna flex that? I don't know. But enough with Lane Kiffin. You're a douchebag, and you gutted your coaching staff before Ole Miss's biggest games in program history. Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
No,
you're right. You know why he's doing it though, right? Make
to
himself look better.
Yeah, exactly. Enough with
It's
face.
not about the kids.
It's
not about
not.
the kids. It's about me. Me.
100%.
I did this, and so that's why. And it's, am I willing to admit that maybe part of him feels bad? No, I'm not. I'm not even willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think anybody should be given. Maybe, but even then, no. It's not all right. And I guarantee you, there's not a single person in that Ole Miss locker room that sympathizes or empathizes. You created a distraction, and let's not pretend like this is the first time a team's ever had a distraction and they've won despite that distraction. I mean, heck, 2023, Michigan, that team had no reason to go on and win a championship. They had no reason whatsoever to go on and win a championship with all the distractions and everything that was going on. So it's not like the first time it's ever happened. But
real quick, Mekchek has found his way to YouTube. So hey, here you go, Orange.
Nice.
Let's go. And, another chat from YouTube. I can't pronounce that. He says, hello, I am from Bangladesh. And he says, keep growing, brothers. So shout out to you, Abir. I'm going to go with Abir. Hopefully I said that right. But shout out to you guys. Again, if you want to be involved in the show at all, any of the chats, please. Again, I could have used this yesterday, guys. But instead, we just have to keep it for when Nate and I are both here. Could have used this yesterday. And by the way, Fabian, you said since 1989. I'm 22 years old. And once I watch the Miami documentaries, I've always wanted Miami to be good at some point and get back to this level. So I'm really glad that if it's not Michigan or Central Michigan, I'm glad that Miami is in a spot here. But continue, man. I'm sorry I'm interrupting. My bad.
No, not at all, man. Not a problem. No, it's just one of those things. He's trying to make it about himself. He's trying to point the arrow at himself. He's trying to talk himself up. And I think the one thing we've learned about this college football season is that there's just a certain level of arrogance to Lane Kiffin. He has become one of the more unlikable coaches in college football. And it makes all the sense in the world why he's coaching at LSU. It makes all the sense in the world because they love their unlikable coaches. I mean, you go from Ed Orgeron, who, by the way, was likable, was fun, but that dude was a
Yeah,
madman.
get them Tigers. Or get the
Like,
Tigers
I,
run the
I,
football to
I,
Joe Burrow.
I
Go Tigers.
give Ed Orgeron a team that isn't filled with future NFL stars, and let's see how he does. Actually, we saw that. That was the end of his career at LSU. That's when he got the buyout, right?
7-5.
And then you go to Brian Kelly is your next choice. Brian Kelly? Really? Mr. like fake a southern accent? Mr. like dance uncomfortably close to his guy? Is like spinning around? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Framley. Yeah, exactly. And then your next choice is to go to Lane Kiffin right before the playoffs and be like, hey, here's more money than you're gonna make, even if you win a national championship. Come join us.
So you think LSU should have like a they should have gone like the non-controversy route, the non-controversial coach route, because the last two are Brian Kelly, and now this one is pretty controversial.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just think it's a place where douchebags strive. I think that's a place where they like to go coach. I mean, LSU is very quickly becoming one of my least favorite football programs in the country. Very